All right, welcome in everyone. Gamer Cop here for episode 13 of my Dawnridge series. We're going to drop off this. This is from a harvesting contract. Should get a little extra as well. But I brought you in a little bit before I thought. I thought I'd get through today and then move on. But I've got kind of an idea that I want to... Well, we're going to do it. Like, yes, not try, but we're going to do it. We're going to commit to it. All right, 2,400 bucks extra. We can accept that. This right here, this contract, we are going to accept it without using their plow. We don't have a plow. We're going to buy a plow. I'm excited about it. Before we get too far here, animals are doing good. Chickens are doing their thing. Obviously, everything else is going pretty good. Productions, we got a lot of wood in there. That should be good for like 3 days worth of wood. I've just been trying to keep on top of it so not to like be desperately trying to put wood in there at some point. We need to harvest wheat. I'm hoping we get this done today in game. To be honest with you, the next couple of weeks challenges, probably like the next 4 weeks, I will be in Europe for the next 3 weeks, so we probably won't see challenges. We could potentially see the challenge on Monday. However, I do leave, I think it's Tuesday I leave for Europe, so I don't think I'll be able to do anything with it. Yeah, so Tuesday I leave, and then Monday I'm just kind of packing and finishing up everything I need to get done around my house. So I wouldn't anticipate that we would see or be able to do anything with the next challenges. So if we just need to accomplish this one, that's my goal. And then I don't know, the other challenges are going to kind of be on the wayside. I might bring my Switch with me to Europe. I'm not sure yet. We'll kind of see. So yep, that's what we're going to kind of, yeah, we'll just kind of see. But yeah, I would love to get that wheat one done. We're growing wheat right now. We're going to need more than the wheat we're growing, which is part of the problem. Yeah, so anyhow, okay, we're gonna head up to the farm. We're gonna drop this trailer off because we now have a tractor here that has a lot of horsepower, which means we probably can fairly easily pull quite a large plow. And if we can do the plowing contracts faster, that saves us money on workers. And every time we do a plowing contract, which I do tons of them, it's 400 bucks a pop for us to lease that equipment, which I get it. We're probably not going to make that back on the plow, but eventually we will probably use a plow, and we have the money. So I think we should just get the plow, and just to make it a little bit faster, I think it's kind of worth it to have the bigger plow set up. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. That's my thought process on that. But yeah, I do think we don't have enough room in this game to store equipment. I mean, you could store it kind of wherever you want, but there's just not enough room. There's just not. So yeah, if we go to large tractors, our tractor, Massey Ferguson 9S 425. We have 425 horsepower. So if we go to plows, that one, there's only 2 available. This one requires 210, this one 360. So we might as well go with the 6-meter guy. It's 75 grand. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to buy that. Boom. Now we have a massive plow, which actually, I didn't think about this. There's subsoils, aren't there? That's 4 meters, though. That's only 20 grand, though. We should have got this a while ago. What are the details on this? It can be used instead of a plow. Okay. It's not as wide. I think we try out the plow. I think... no, I don't want to get that. I think the plow is going to be a better option. If there's a bigger subsoiler, yeah, like if there's... I know this plow is 6.2 meters. If there was like a 5.5 or 6 meter subsoiler, I think that would be more worthwhile. But I think this plow is going to do us wonders. Okay, let's go ahead and get this guy here. Let's hook up to this. This thing is huge. It says our tractor can pull it, so it better be able to pull it. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Okay, we need to go. I didn't. That's fine. Just save real quick. It would have saved if I went in the map anyways. I didn't mean to go there. Okay, field 11's down there. Okay, perfect. So let's head down there. Let's get this started. Yeah. $75,000 piece of equipment. We are buying equipment left, right, and center now. Last episode, we bought this tractor and that big seeder, so we are just, the upgrades are happening. And I mean, I've been using pretty much this tractor exclusively. I do obviously have the other tractors to do things, but this one's been just absolutely fantastic. So, it's this field on the far side, isn't it? Yeah, okay. So we'll get over here, we'll hook up with this road. And then we'll go past these 2 fields because it's one at the far side. And here we are. Okay, let's get that hired up. I need to get a good screenshot of it too as we're going here. So let's see. That is a big plow. Please don't hit that sign. Okay, got going. How is it going to do this? Already not a fan of the way it's operating, but we'll see. I assume once it gets started, things are going to be good. Maybe the workers should try dropping the plow down? But yeah, like, what are we doing? They're going to back up to get this exactly where you want it. Okay, fair enough. I could never back up exactly as precisely as the AI workers are doing, so I get it. There we go. We're dropping the plow now. Oh, yeah. Let's get this angle. I think this angle's a little bit better with the lighting. Yeah, there we are. Right there, and boom. Capture taken. But look at that. We'll get this contract done in, well, not no time at all, but faster than we could have probably otherwise. And we don't have to worry about leasing equipment. So I'm good with that. That's great. Yeah. And then I can get that one. Oh, no, I'm not going to do that one. That's potatoes. Potatoes, you just lose a bunch of money. So we're going to get rid of that contract. But yeah, okay. Worker's going to do its thing. Get all that sort of squared away. We actually do need to drive the harvester at least. It doesn't have to be all the way back up to the farm, but because we might get a contract for like this canola here or something like that. Let's just get it out of the field in case we get a contract to cultivate that field, which is actually a pretty strong possibility if that happens. We'll just park this guy right over here in this clearing for now. I try not to move it until I know where we're going to go harvest, because if I drive it back up to the farm and then we get a harvesting contract, for example, like I said, on this canola, well, then I got to drive it back down here. So I try not to do anything too crazy. We got some trees over here. We're doing good getting trees knocked out and things like that, but yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to put a break in here. I don't know when to bring you guys back in. Our goal is to hopefully get the wheat harvest done this episode, but I feel like we may not get to that, but we'll try. So yeah, I'll see you guys here in just a bit. All right. So, a little update for you. We're going to get this harvesting contract started here real quick. Okay. We are running low on time for this wheat contract, and also they changed in the last update this to a daily boost, and if you go in the menu now, it pauses what you're doing. So this should have started harvesting, but if I go in here, it's not going to start harvesting. Just keeps doing its thing. So we'll get that contract done. However, I think we can still make the deadline on the wheat problem, because these three, obviously our 4 fields, sorry, will all be harvested. And then there's wheat growing on this one. I think that actually might be it. But I think, what is this one? That's 3.85 acres. So plus our field, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, almost 8. Yeah, so we should be just good enough for that. So it should work really good. And also too, it shows you what the workers are doing with their lines. It's kind of interesting. So you can see a little bit more, but yeah. Okay, you're chilling. Yes, we need you. A couple of good things we need you for. One thing is we have some. What? No, you're working. Okay. Oh, I hit the wrong button for this. I meant to hit that one. Okay. I hit X instead of A to unhook it. So, we have some more planks to sell, of course, because we just make planks like they're going out of style. Honestly, the productions are the way to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it was hard to get into this forestry stuff because it's over $1 million, but if we're making 50 to 100 grand a day, I mean, that's a pretty worthwhile production to invest in, I think, personally. Yeah, I think we honestly are pretty close to 2 loads, I think. This guy's full, and then we have a bunch more, maybe not close to 2 loads, but got like, what, 1.5 loads here. So we'll get this sold off. And then our goal, again, our other goal is to finish that wheat stuff this episode, if we can. I think we should be able to get there. Let's figure out where we should sell this off. We have canola too. Which one do we need to sell that? November. When is it now? Oh, it's November. Oh my. 2,100 is the price for that? Oh my, is it ever time to sell? We'll sell it off at the grain elevator's closer to us. We might fast forward time a touch and see if that goes up. I think that'd be a better place to sell it. But let's get these planks sold off here real quick. Where are we at? Planks. Supermarket for sure. Let's go ahead and tag that. And then I am going to bump our time up. Oops. Just, no, not that much. Just to 5 times. That's still got enough wood for a little bit. Okay, do need to get some more wood in there probably, though, today in the game. But okay, let's get these down to the supermarket, because that's a screaming deal for us. And then we will work on selling canola, because we have a great price for canola. And that'll be another big boost up in our money there. Glad I remembered to check that. Okay, let's see here. A little hip hopping over this. It's right down there, okay. Yeah, it should be a decent amount of cash for us for these, and for, I mean, the canola is going to be another great cash out for us. I am curious when the wheat will sell, because obviously we'll have some wheat. But we won't be able to sell it right away, probably. I think next month will be a harvest for wheat for us. 52 grand, we'll take that. Easy peasy. We'll head back over this way, and then we'll get this staged back up at the sawmill. I should be able to make it over this. Nope, not even close. Just ran right into it. Should be able to make it around this stuff then. There we go. Should have gone to the right of that one rock. That would have been probably a better option, but that's okay. I'm actually just going to store this down here for now, because in this case we've been getting transporting contracts here and there, so I'll just keep it over here. All right, let's go get our trailer. We'll load it up with canola. We won't sell it yet until we get a little bit better price, but we'll have it loaded and ready to go. Okay. Let's go back up to canola. 2154. That's the one right next to us, right? Yep, 2154. All right, let's get it over to about noon. We'll see where we're at. We just fast forward time a bit. At least it paused. I guess this is when it's good that it pauses when you go on the menu. 2157. Still going up, which is great. It's what we want. How is that harvest coming along? Doing good? You're not quite... Yeah, you're doing fine on capacity as well. We could drive this over to the actual silo and get the canola loaded up. That's probably a good thing to do in the meantime. There we go. Will we need 2 loads for this, or will it all fit in here? Not sure. Or the capacity on this guy. I don't think it'll all fit in here, though. I think we'll need to do 2 trips. Yep, looks like 2 trips is going to be the answer. 2165 with almost 2176. Holy cow. I mean, the grain mill's just right next to us. It's very easy to sell over here. Or the grain elevator, sorry, not the grain mill. Got stuff parked all over the place. Alright, we'll wait till it gets past 1 and we'll check the pricing again. I don't want to go too crazy because we're starting to get contracts in here that I'll want to do. Prices, how are we looking? 2169. Okay. I think it'll go a little above that. I mean, we can still get all those contracts knocked out. They'll still be there. So we'll still have plenty of time to do some of that stuff. We'll wait until 2 o'clock. In the meantime, I guess we could do... Is there something productive we could do? I guess we could chop down a couple trees. You need more trees. Feels weird just waiting. That was not a great tree. Thought that tree would be better than that. I have to kind of turn it off and back on. The tree harvester doesn't always work correctly. I can't complain. Forestry is way easier to do on the mobile version of this game than it is in any of the other versions. really work on that. Let's see. 2179 and growing still. Okay, we'll let it keep going. I won't go past about 4 o'clock because I need to, again, have some time, and I don't want to do all the contracts in the dark. And you can't really pause the time and then do the contracts like you can in FS25, a little cheaty, but yeah, you have to have time on there. That one's a pretty thick tree. We'll see if that's a good one to cut. Come on, lots of little logs. Yeah, that was a lot better than the other ones. That was a lot better. Yeah, we're just kind of working our way across the land here. All right, 320. What are we at? 2188. Seems like it's probably pretty topped out. I think we're good there. Okay. And if it goes up a little bit more, which it probably will, just a touch more, I'm okay with that. 2188 is a great price for our canola here. Oh crap, that's going towards the harvest. I forgot about that. That's okay, we get to keep all of that then, for us. I forgot that that's how that worked. Oh, that's okay. It all works out in the end. Let's go ahead, we can sell off the rest of this. So all of that harvest stuff is all ours, which is okay. It's going to take the same amount anyway, so we'll just get all of their crop. It's no big deal, but that just is kind of funny. It's like, why are we making money? But that would be why. Okay, and that's all of that. Perfect. We'll get this sold off, and then we'll get this guy staged down there to start getting ready to get more canola off of those fields down there. Go. This will be another, what, 17,000? Oh, almost 16.4. I guess not quite almost 17, but it was between 16 and 17. That's a pretty good estimate. That was my quick estimates in my head. I've been using the Massey Ferguson a lot. A lot. I mean, you can see we're already at 53% on the fuel for it, so I've been using it quite a bit. Quite a bit. But it's just a great tractor. Alright, we'll get him unloaded as he's going down this way. Hopefully, we really need that wheat contract to show up on there. That's kind of critical for our operation. And actually, now look, we may not even get that done this episode. That might just be at the beginning of next episode we get that wheat bonus done. We'll see, though. Well, don't run into me. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, let's get a little bit more forestry done, and I think we'll call it an episode. We're making progress, you know? Let's chop down this tree down here, and then maybe that one, and then we can load a little bit more. Should be a good tree right there. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. That's the big money tree. My best advice is don't, as soon as it gives you the ability to activate the tree cutter, wait till you stop and then activate it. It seems to work a lot better. Okay, I'm just going to park you there. You are ready to go. It's a little bit difficult doing the trees at the edge here too, because you kind of run into the edge of the map a little bit, so I don't necessarily recommend doing the way that I'm doing, but what I'm basically doing is, again, we started here. So I went up around this way, up along here, and over, and now we're here. I'm going to go over to here, and then we're going to drop down over to here, just kind of working our way here, and then work our way back. And then by that point, these should be fully grown again, and we should be able to just keep doing a loop around the sawmill. That's kind of my thought process with this. Well, not kind of, that just flat out is my thought process. There we go. And I also think it's good to get, if you get the one that's closest to you, if you get it set up so it'll pick that one up, that's usually the best angle to get the most possible logs. You have bigger stacks. With the really large stacks, you do usually have to readjust a little bit, but it works out okay. There you go. And then once you have that one, the last one done, you actually can get within range of another one. It'll automatically start which I'm not in range this time, so that didn't work out. That should get all of those. We'll see. It might be too close to the pile to get the one on the far left there. Yeah, I think it is actually. There we go. Okay, it'll grab that one. But yeah, I'm gonna keep doing some work. I'll bring you guys back, and I think in the next episode. But I think we'll call it there for today. I hope you guys are enjoying the series. I'm enjoying playing on it. We're starting to get to a point where, you know, we're making good money. It's not really a problem. We could probably stop doing contracts at some point, which that'll be a good place to be. We're actually pretty much, we could stop doing contracts right now. I see the money and I just kind of, I go code black and I just have to do the contracts because there's just money there and I just can't let it sit there. And see there, if you pull up to the pile, it'll automatically start grabbing them. But anyhow, that's what I got. If you guys enjoyed, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel. And turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys so much for coming and watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.